So generally, the risk assessment process is carried out for the three key items that you see on the top of the slide: design, construction, and long-term operation. And typically, this is done through the use of a live risk assessment document, which lasts throughout the duration of the project, all the way from the design part of the project all the way through construction. And the risks are generally assessed on a 5 by 5 type matrix, which you can see an example of on the screen. And they try to determine the likelihood of occurrence of certain aspects and the consequence that those aspects might have. So they provide a sort of an outline probability scoring, and they allow the designer or the constructor to propose mitigation measures that basically allow the risk to be reduced and basically the receptors not being impacted by your project. So an example of a risk assessment matrix is on the screen here, and you can see this is an example from the construction phase of one of our projects. And in the top line there, for example, the activity is associated with drilling. You can see a hazard is defined as part of the risk assessment. In this case, we're considering existing services, and we've defined with the three X's there that the risk targets are persons, the environment, and others, that the likelihood of basically the severity is high and the likelihood is low. So the severity is if you were to hit existing services or tunnels or anything else during the development of a project, the impact would be quite significant. However, the likelihood is low because generally there are quite detailed informations about the location of gas pipelines or water mains, etc. And the mitigation measure then that is defined is that prior to any construction or drilling, you would carry out additional surveys at the specific drilling locations to ensure that there is absolutely nothing there. And that would then reduce the severity of harm considerably and the likelihood considerably because you've basically looked at the maps, the existing maps of the services, but you actually put in another layer of checks to make sure that everything is in place. And this overall then reduces the risk level of the project to 4, which is considerably lower than 32.